to Kids True Crime. Pulling up, hit and go. It's showtime. Hey, hey. Chat squad rolling in line. Best crew on the screen, that's the headline. We pull up to the scene, Mr. calling out each detail. Real clean, Patty said, just judging the fee. Running double dropping theories at top speed. Caroline Cooper in caps lock. Rachel from Mars with the straight talk. Angel in the back with the side eye. We ride or die in the live, let the time fly. Welcome to Kids True Crime. True Crime. We got push, people talking in real time. Real time. We got trolls in the corner, we don't mind. Hit them with a one-liner, fill up from behind. Best community on this whole site. We laugh, we roast, but we hold tight. Get a little coffee, that's what we're here for. Bad ass fight, yeah. Up, push and score. Bad ass fight, yeah. 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 Like this, like, yeah. Melissa in the bushes on patrol, putting out the fires when the rumors roll. Flames toddler in the back, all jokes. Inside last of the day one spoke. Feel the chatter climbing up the chat wall. Names flying fast, can't catch them all. From the first bell ring to the last word said. We beans, tease, pieces till it's time for bed. Welcome to Kids True Crime. True Crime. We got bush, people talking in real time. Real time. We got trolls in the corner, we don't mind. Hit them with a one-line, fall from behind. Best community on this whole site. We laugh, we roast, but we hold tight. Kid a little pocket, that's what we're here for. Like, as, like, yeah. I'm a blast with boy. Like, as, like, yeah. 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 Like, as, like, yeah. Drop a heart in the chat for the day ones. Drop a flame for the late night reruns. If you know, then you know that's the code word. Kit says what she thinks, every quote heard. We stay loud, stay proud when the stream's on. Same fan, same clan when the cam's gone. One click, one link, and we're back at the door to the badass softcore lore. Welcome to Kids True Crime. True Crime. We got bush, people talking in real time. Real time. We got trolls in the corner, we don't mind. Hit them with a one-line, fall but behind. Best community on this whole side. We laugh, we roast, but we hold tight. Get a little cookie, that's what we're here for. Bad as bud, yeah. Softcore. Bad as bud, yeah. 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 Bad as bud, yeah.
Hello, how you doing? Hello. The sis is in the house, okay? Howdy, petty surges. People in the bushes, hello. Hello. Before I begin, before I get all serious, right? Because this is going to be a very serious conversation. This poor little baby girl. Now, if I had my other channel, okay, I did a lot of work on this case. The trial starts tomorrow, opening statements. So we got a trial to watch, people. Hold on, let me show you the baby girl's face. Look at that sweet little girl. Look at her. And look at this monster. Tanner Horner. Athrna is 7 years old. He was a UPS driver. I'm going to read the probable cause affidavit, and it's not pretty, you guys. Yeah. All right, so I just got to address some things before I start with this. So let's see. I don't even want to say the name, but leave me alone. Keep my name out of your mouth, you big bully. I've had it. I'm done with you. I'm so done with you. Okay? I don't know who the hell you think you are, but leave me alone. What's going on? Hi, what's going on here? All right, let's get a little laughter before and after. A little laughter before and after. Look at that one. Oh my God, I just can't. I gotta find that girl. I gotta find her. I gotta find her, guys. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, guys, let me tell you, that was good shit. I don't care what any of you think. None of you people are laughing. How could you not laugh at that girl? Okay. So we're gonna talk about this case here. Okay, I showed you the baby girl's face. Here we go. Okay, you know what? We are going to listen to when they found her remains, her body. Okay? It got bad. It got bad, guys. So we're gonna watch this when they found her. Law enforcement. Hold on, let me bring up the video. Is this one it? Yeah, it's when they found her. Okay. Here we go.
Good evening. We are, yes, I'm Lane Aiken, Sheriff Wise County. I'm sorry. Good evening. We're glad to see y'all here tonight. It's been a really, really tough few days, and I'm very proud of the people who are here who helped us so much to get some resolution, to get some understanding, to provide answers for the families. And these people, we couldn't have done it without that. Could not have done it without them. The Texas Rangers. This is the acting SAC, Jim Dwyer with FBI. And then I've got my chief deputy and captain, enforcement captain here. It was a monumental task. And because of the cooperation, because of us working together, we were able to get the answers. Some of the answers were not the answers that we would have hoped that we would have gotten. And we want to send our condolences out to the family of Athrna Strand. Her body was recovered about 2 hours ago, maybe 3, 6 miles that direction. It hurts our hearts to know that child died. So much so that she is on her way now to the medical examiner's office. And there's a Texas Ranger in front of her, and there's a Texas Ranger behind her. This community does not like losing our children. And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout this ordeal. It was most meaningful what the citizens did because we have a close-knit group of folks here in Wise County. And it's our pleasure to serve these folks in Wise County, the Rangers, the FBI, and the Sheriff's Office. We're glad that we've had this opportunity, but we're just sad that it didn't end the way that we would hope that it would end. Earlier today, a tip was received. We knew early on in the investigation that there had been a FedEx driver made a delivery in front of the house about the same time that little Athrna, 7-year-old Athrna, came up missing. And continued good work by this investigative team, they were able to determine that the driver abducted Athrna. And from the investigative standpoint, digitally as well as good old interviews, we think Athrna died within just a very hour or so, the very hour or so after her departure from her home. This driver is a contract driver, and his name is Tanner Lynn Horner. He's 31 and he's from Lake Worth. He's in the Wise County Jail right now because of the good work of these people and all the folks out there who have helped our EMC, our prosecutors here tonight, the deputies, the highway patrol, the citizens. He's in our jail, and he's in our jail being charged with capital murder, aggravated kidnapping, and his bond is $1.5 million at this time. We thank again the community, and I guess at this point we'll take questions.
Was her body down on F-5599 where you were at earlier?
You want to answer that? No, it was on another county road about 6 miles. We don't really want to release that address right now, but it was 6 miles further from here, so it's probably 3 miles past that. It's southeast of Boyd.
Was the driver actually delivering a package to that home?
Yes, sir, he was.
So she was abducted from her home, from the front of her home?
The driveway is about 200 yards or so probably pretty close to her gate.
What leads you to believe that she passed away within an hour of leaving home?
There's digital evidence as well as interviews that causes us to believe that.
How was the driver located?
You want to answer that question? Would you like to answer that question?
There were a number of investigative steps that have taken course along the way. The sheriff mentioned the digital evidence that was there, and we were able to work through that digital evidence and through partnerships with FedEx in order to help assist with locating him and finding him this afternoon.
Can you tell us more about any prior criminal history?
I don't know the answer to that question at this point.
When you talk about that digital evidence, do you mean ring camera videos, surveillance camera videos?
I think the investigation is still unfolding at this point, and I think we'll leave the specifics in terms of what that is there. But right now we're on behalf of the FBI, I'd also like to offer my condolences to the Strand family and to the Wise County community as well. The partnerships with the Texas Rangers and with the gentleman behind us, the sheriff from Wise County, were truly remarkable and truly helped to bring some closure to that family today. And we know that they're hurting, but we do offer our deepest condolences to them.
Is just one person that you believe is responsible?
That is currently the understanding, yes.
And what led you to that location where her body was recovered?
Sheriff, you.
I can address that. It was because of the work of the Rangers and our investigators who were doing the interview that got us to that location based on the information they received from the suspect, now defendant.
The suspect confessed?
We do have a confession.
Is there anything that you can give us on why the suspect said he did?
Okay, did you hear that? I know you guys don't know this case. This was horrible, you guys. This case is horrible. This is a death penalty case, right? And I'm really sickened to hear his lawyer is using that he has autism. Not only that, he's trying to make it so they cannot say anything like psychopath. 2 words. I can't remember what those 2 words are during trial. I cannot believe it. This guy knew what he was doing when he took that little girl from her home. Okay? He admitted to this. And the thing about it, you guys, not only did they have a confession, there's video inside the FedEx truck. Poor baby girl. Oh, by the way, hold on. Sorry, I'll get to it. Yeah, he can keep my name out of his mouth. He is a bully, and he can leave me alone, or else.
this or what motivated him? Or
We really can't get into the content of the confession, but I will say that we have a confession, and there's so many other things because this has really just come to this position, this time, and just closure just hours ago. So it's still very, very early, but we wanted to make sure that we got the information out, what has happened today because of the good work right here.
Do you know if this man knew Athrna or her family?
No, that's a good question, and I appreciate that. No, he was not related and did not know the family.
We saw a large police presence on County Road 4599. Can you disclose?
That was just misinformation. As the interview went on, better information came in, and that's how we ended up doing what we did to actually recover the body.
How many locations did he guide you to before you?
There were three that I recall. Is that correct, Job? Three? Two other locations.
Was the other location the Lake Worth, Fort Worth location near Somerville Place Road?
That is the defendant's home address.
Was there anything recovered there?
That again, that FBI as well as the Rangers ran that search warrant. We don't have that detail right now.
That's part of an ongoing investigation.
I know you've been in contact with the family. Is there anything that they want to say to the public tonight, the people that have searched?
I have. I spent quite a bit of time with the family, and they want you to know that they appreciate that. The vast majority of the families from Oklahoma, and they appreciated the fact that we care so much. They're devastated. They're angry because of what happened. Precious child taken from their lives. So other than their appreciation, and they would like to know that the community we give them our condolences, but we also want to make sure that we give them the privacy that they need. And I hope that everybody will respect that and give them a little bit of space, not only with the family from Oklahoma, but the family right here in Cottondale. Let's give them a little time. And we would ask, and from my closing remarks, we would ask that we spend some time and pray for these folks, so that they might be relieved of some of the pain. It's going to be a difficult few days, some sleepless nights, and they need our support.
Sheriff, is there any way we can get a mug shot yet? Have you got a mug shot on this stuff?
We'll be able to get one soon, and I think we could probably get that through the Wise County Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff, one last thing. You are a retired ranger, been in law enforcement for 50 years. Describe this case in relation to your entire career.
You know, it's one of the toughest investigations that I've been involved in, because it's a child. And anytime there's a child that dies, it just hits you in your heart. You compare that child to your own children when they were that age, and it just takes the wind out of your sails. But at the same time, it gives you purpose, because you want to make sure that you do the best you can so that you get the best resources together to do what has been done here, and getting this done in really just about a 3-day period. It's amazing that the work was done by this team, and I'm in awe. So it breaks my heart, but at the same time, it really gives me a lot of spirit knowing that we can accomplish what we accomplished here these last 3 days.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yep. Very sad. Now, I got the trigger up there because we're going to read through the warrant, arrest warrant, and I'm not going to pay for it. So just deal with me and everything that happens here. So this is his arrest warrant. Okay. Tanner Lynn Porter. Oh, he's got a YouTube channel, by the way, and we'll go look at that. So you are hereby commanded to arrest Tanner Lynn Porter, capital murder of a person under 10. It's a capital felony. Okay, you know he's going bye-bye. His bond was set right here for that for $1 million. Okay, we're gonna go slowly. Okay, and then they talk about, let's see. Oh God, I hate that. See, look it. I don't care. We're going to deal with the ad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hurry up. Skip ad. Okay, so this is what happened. It says here, Tanner, the defendant, on or about November 30th, 2022, before making and filing a complaint in the county of Wise in Texas, did then and knowingly and intentionally commit the offense of capital murder of a person under 10. And then intentionally knowing caused the death of the individual named Athrna Presley Monroe Strand, individual 10 years of age, by strangulation. All right. On Wednesday, November 30th, 2022, at 18:41 hours, Elizabeth Ashley Strand, that's her mother, I think it's her mother, called 911. The call was answered by the Wise County Sheriff's Office. Communication, Elizabeth reported that her 7-year-old stepdaughter, okay, it was her stepmama, okay, Athrna Presley Monroe Strand, she vanished from her residence, and I'm not even gonna, we'll go past that. Texas deputies were dispatched to the address. Deputies arrived at approximately 1856. See, they got there quick. They don't play around out there in Texas when it comes to kids. Followed shortly by numerous deputies, fire department, EMS, first responders began searching for her, and near freezing temperatures. Okay. Deputies spoke with original reporting party, which was her stepmom, Elizabeth. Deputies, let's see. She explained to deputies that she'd seen Athrna inside the converted storage shed. Oh my God, here we go with this. So she was playing outside in her yard. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. Outside the storage shed. Athrna and her stepsister were temporarily using as a bedroom living room quarter, while Athrna's father, Jacob, renovated. I don't remember that. Okay. Renovated the main residence next to the storage shed. It should be noted that the main residence is smaller than the residence, and the large residence is abandoned. Oh my God. Elizabeth stated that she had last seen Athrna around 17:47 hours the same day, 11/30/2022, when Elizabeth had left Athrna inside the shed/bedroom and told her to sort through her dirty clothes for laundry. Elizabeth then went back inside the main residence and started making dinner. Around 20 to 30 minutes later, Elizabeth went back outside to Athrna's room to tell her dinner was ready, but Athrna was gone. Elizabeth looked inside the room but did not notice anything suspicious or apparently different or out of place in the room, since she had seen Athrna in there. Elizabeth immediately began looking on the property for Athrna. At approximately 18:22 hours, Elizabeth called her sister and her brother-in-law, who lived in the adjacent property next to. That's stuff's coming back about this case. Next to Elizabeth and Athrna, and asked if Athrna was over at their residence. They told Elizabeth that Athrna was not over there and began looking for Athrna themselves. Oh, where am I? Okay, here we go. Elizabeth then called her husband Jacob, which is Athrna's father, who was driving. And we gotta deal with an ad. Sorry. All right. With the father, hold on. With the father to the hunting lease near San Antonio and told him that Athrna was missing. Jacob then told Elizabeth to call 911. Elizabeth could not think of any person Athrna would try to walk or run to from the property, nor did Elizabeth know the particular location on or around the property Athrna would try to hide. Houston also spoke to Jacob, who confirmed he and his father were driving to hunting lease when Elizabeth called to tell him that she could not find Athrna. So Jacob and his father immediately turned around and drove back to the property. Extensive search of the area were conducted overnight. The following morning, the following day, she was not located. Though the course of the investigation, it was learned that a FedEx had delivered a package to the residence during the time she went missing. Though further investigation, it was found that the company Big Topspin was contracting company delivering FedEx packages. Investigators were able to work with the employee from Big Topspin to determine which van and driver had made the delivery. Investigators have also learned that the van was equipped with video equipment, which is run by a third-party vendor. They contacted the vendor, and they were able to provide the video of the truck that delivered the package. The video consists of 1-minute clips. An FBI employee was able to view the video. The FBI employee found that the driver had taken the little girl, who was in visual similar to you guys, this is all on video. I'm sorry, I'm going to get through it. Oh. Hold on. All right, where am I? The FBI employee found the driver had taken a young girl who was visually similar to Athrna in his van. The driver was then seen on video taking her in the van, okay, and the driver was identified as Tanner. The van was identified as white 2019 GMC box van with the marketing FedEx on the side, displaying the plate number, okay, and it tells where the van is registered. Investigators located defendant. Defendant stated to the investigator Joseph Oliver and Texas Ranger Joseph, I don't know how to say that last name, that he had taken Athrna. The defendant stated to investigators that she was deceased. The defendant stated that when he was backing up the FedEx truck, he accidentally hit Athrna with the truck, but she was not seriously injured. The defendant stated he panicked and put her in the van. That ain't all that happened. He's lying. Okay, people? Investigation transported the defendant to the Wise County Sheriff's Office. The defendant was read his Miranda rights. The ranger and investigator interviewed the defendant. The defendant stated that when he was backing up the FedEx truck, he accidentally hit her with the truck, but she was not seriously injured. Panicked, he put her in the van. The defendant stated Athrna was alive at the time, talking to him, and told him her name is Athrna. The defendant stated he attempted to break in, to break Athrna's neck to unalive her. The defendant stated when he attempted to break Athrna's neck, it didn't work, so he strangled her with his bare hands before he got back into the FedEx truck. That's why I only use UPS, guys. Okay, I don't like FedEx. Hold on. Okay. During the course of the investigation, the defendant again stated he strangled Athrna because she was going to tell her father about being hit by the FedEx truck. Investigators asked the defendant if he'd be willing to take them to where Athrna's body was. The defendant said he would and directed the investigator. She was just by her house, you guys, in the water, in the ditch. So anyways, this one don't say it, but he did things to her. Okay? He did things to that little girl. Hi, Patty Sturgis. No, this case already happened in 2022. This is the trial starts tomorrow. Opening statements tomorrow. on this case. That's why I'm kind of doing like a little review, because I'm going to stream it. It's actually, usually they don't in Texas. It's really strange. What I've noticed, when it's a capital case, it's really strange. They won't let anybody live stream it. But this case, yes. This case, yes. Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. All right, so now we're going to go to his YouTube channel, okay? Let's go to his YouTube channel. Look at this guy. Oh, hold on. I'm going to be careful here. Hold on. Hold on a minute. And I want you guys to hear what her mother has to say. And there's some weird stuff that happened with the family. But that's not what's important here. But it was back then, okay? I wish I had all my videos on this case. Oh, God, I lost so much from that shit. I mean, come on. 6 years worth of shit. Hold on. So let's listen to what her mom says here. This is her mama. Hold on.
It's a few minutes before 11, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. First, I want to thank everyone for being here. You being here, not just the media, but the community, helps us ensure that Athrna Strand's name is never forgotten. Maitland Gandy is Athrna Strand's mother. She has some prepared remarks that she's going to give this morning, and I don't want to delay that. I'm going to go ahead and invite Maitland to come up and share her remarks with you.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here. My name is Maitland, and I'm the mommy of Athrna Presley Monroe Strand. On November 30th, a FedEx delivery man drove onto Athrna's father's property to deliver a package of what was supposed to be a Christmas present for our daughter. This is the package, and it's the first time I'm seeing it. The package is containing "You Can Be Anything" Barbies. Athrna was robbed of the opportunity to grow up to be anything she wanted to be. And this present, ordered out of innocence and love, is one she will never receive. Athrna's favorite holiday was Christmas, as it is for many children everywhere. The joy Athrna gave her family and the joy she felt on Christmas is something we will never feel with her again. That delivery driver admitting to kidnapping and killing my innocent, free-spirited 7-year-old daughter on Friday, December 2nd. At the time of Athrna's abduction, she was staying with her stepmother and father in Paradise, Texas, doing what kids do, playing within the bounds of her father's property on the same land he grew up and played on, the same land that for 20 or more years he, his siblings, and all of his friends had been safe. I was supposed to bring Athrna back home to Oklahoma after Christmas break. Now instead, Athrna will be cremated, and she will come home in an urn, because I'm not anywhere close to being ready to let my baby go. I'm sorry. I will never see her bright blue eyes or her ornery smile again. I will never be able to hear her say, "I love you, Mommy." I will never be able to do her hair again or to hold her while she sleeps. I was robbed of watching her grow up by a man that everyone was supposed to be able to trust, to do just one simple task: deliver a Christmas present and leave. Tomorrow will be the last time I get to see my baby. After tomorrow, when the silence sets in, Athrna's family, including her 3 young sisters, will start the journey of all of the first without her. Her little sister's 3rd birthday, then my 27th birthday, our Christmas Eve tradition, The first time in 7 years of not hearing and seeing the excitement of Athrna opening gifts from Santa and Sissy. I ask everyone to hold your littles just a little tighter for me. I want to take a moment to thank the community for the outpouring of love and support. From the moment Athrna went missing, this community flew into action, and they have not stopped. I have felt your prayers, I have read your messages and your letters, and I see your pink everywhere. There are no words to express how thankful I am for the first responders, law enforcement and responding agencies, volunteers, churches, businesses, and all those I may have failed to list. I'm also grateful to the media for helping to keep Athrna's story alive. I want everyone to know Athrna. She was an amazing little girl who loved dancing, singing, and all animals: dogs, cats, horses, lizards, and chinchillas. She also loved school and all of her friends in the first grade who are now also struggling with her senseless murder. Athrna also loved flowers, but she was also not afraid to get down in the mud with the boys. She was her father's daughter. I know that Athrna's death will not be in vain. I will spend the rest of my life fighting for her so that no other family will endure such unbearable pain and grief. That a monster attempted to take Athrna's voice, but we are her voice. Screening and hiring policies must be put into place so that monsters wearing delivery uniforms don't show up on our children's doorsteps. Please help keep Athrna's light shining. Thank you.
Her mom.
Thank you once again for being here.
Her mom did do a recent interview, and I want to get to that. It has to do with doing things with Barbie dolls for the public. So hold on, let me find it here. This newest interview. Hold on, please. Okay, here it is. I found it. Oh, it ain't I thought it was a new one. Hold on a minute. Okay, let's watch it. Is this when she was at? Sorry, was she at the church here? All right. All right, here we go. Front and center, people. Front and center.
So, Maitland, we'll go ahead and get started. First and foremost, I want to thank you for sitting down with us and talking with us about this subject. I know it's a tough one. My first question, and I kind of mentioned it before we sat down, is really to just get an update on you. It's been 2 weeks today since the Amber Alert was issued. There's been a lot that's happened. What's this last 2 weeks been like for you and for your family?
It's been rough. Mostly it's been rough for my daughter, my 3-year-old. She doesn't understand why she can't call Sissy or why Sissy hasn't come home yet, because this is a very long time for her to go without seeing her sister. We're coping. We're trying to function. It's been long. It's been hard, but it feels very chaotic at the same time. A lot of moving parts.
I think the public has been so gravitated toward what has happened to you and your family, because it was said at the vigil, and I think it was said very well by one of the pastors, that this could have been anyone's kid out there. This could have been anyone's child. This could have been anyone's pain. And I think a lot of people have tried to stand in your shoes to understand how you feel, but we can't. We can't understand that. Is there any way you can tell us what it's like to stand in Maitland Gandy's shoes today?
I'm sad. I'm angry. I'm confused. I am doing my best. But to stand in my shoes, I don't know how to describe it. I don't. I wish I did, so other people could understand. I've been very scared. I don't sleep very often. I don't sleep for an extended period of time the way people are supposed to. Noises at night scare me. I triple check my doors every night. I hold my 3-year-old tighter and I'm scared to let her go. Everything's just very, very scary and very, very sad.
When we met 2 weeks ago, the only thing I knew about Athrna was that she was missing and that people were working tirelessly to try and find her. Before the Amber Alert was issued and before I think the country and the area got to know her, you knew her very well and you knew her as, you know, her mom. Can you tell us just a little bit about her and just about who she was to you while you were living with her and teaching her and instructing her and raising her for her 7 years?
Athrna was, I think the way her teacher worded it was very polite. Athrna was very free-spirited and wild, and she loved to jump in muddy puddles, and she's very smart. I was gonna cry. Sorry. I do okay until I start talking about her. Athrna was a lot of things. I'm sorry. Just 2 seconds. That's the thing, it's not okay. Athrna was very free-spirited and loving and kind. And I think a lot of things that people miss when they see me is not me. It's the fact that Athrna would run up to anybody and scream out their name and give them hugs and say hello because she didn't know a stranger. Raising her was the best 7 years of my life. And I just expected a lot more years. So I don't know how to describe raising her, because it was just, raising my girls has always been everything to me. And I was robbed of that.
When we spoke for the very first time, you said none of this added up. You said this didn't make sense. There's no way she would have just disappeared, wandered off. Your instinct was correct. What was it like for law enforcement, for you as a mom, knowing that nothing was adding up, you know, the minute that they told you what had happened or that she had been found? Can you walk us through that moment, or do you feel comfortable walking us through that moment?
When we found out originally that Athrna was no longer with us, Sheriff Aiken was there, and we had been escorted to a room, myself, Athrna's father and stepmother, and then my dad, Jacob's father, and Jacob's mother, because I asked for our parents to be there. And one of the FBI trauma agents, she had escorted us into that room, and I knew from the moment that Sheriff Aiken walked in that he was going to tell me everything that I had felt had happened. It's hard to look people in the face when you're giving them the worst news of your life. And so I knew when he walked into the room and he was looking down, and he had his lips rolled in, I guess is how I would describe that. I don't remember what he said. I remember feeling broken and empty, and I couldn't breathe. I literally stopped breathing, and it took my dad and the FBI trauma agent to make me start breathing again. I don't know how to describe that feeling. I don't And I think a lot of people in those experiences try to block it out. And I just remember the feeling of not being able to breathe and crying. I don't know how to answer some of these questions. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What you're saying is totally fine. We just want to know, based off of what you told me originally and knowing what had happened, you know, how you handled that as a mom. And I want to ask, based off of, you know, what he spoke to and told investigators, allegedly we now know that he told police that he accidentally backed into Athrna and then put her in the van, and she was alive at the time, she was breathing, and that he decided to take her life because he was in fear of the consequences that would happen. I know you've read that. I know you've been told that. And we know that people are trying to verify and get the facts correct. But if that alleged confession is true, that he could have done the right thing and your daughter would be alive, how do you react to that?
I've thought about that a lot, actually. Jacob and I are very forgiving people. If that were the case and Athrna was not injured, or even if, you know, she had a few bumps and scrapes, he could have just driven away. We wouldn't have went after him legally. We wouldn't have done anything. We would have forgave him because accidents do happen. But he chose to do more. And what he did is unforgivable. I did Athena's hair and I dressed her before the funeral. I did all of that myself. And I have a hard time believing that Athrna couldn't have just walked away. In my opinion, and I'm not a medical examiner by any means, Athrna could have just walked away. And I wish he would have let her.
If you could say anything or even ask anything to the suspect, is there anything you'd like to ask or say to him?
I don't think he would ever give me the answers that I want or that I think I need to hear. If I could sit down in front of him, I think what I would like to tell him is that he is nothing, but Athrna is absolutely everything. And I will make sure that everybody in this world knows that he is nothing and she is everything.
Death penalty. Law enforcement, prosecutors say that they want to seek it and go after it in this case. It's not at the DA's office just yet. But hearing that news, how do you as a mom in the situation or react to the punishment that they're seeking?
I support the death penalty in any sentencing that may come, as long as it's to the fullest extent that we can get it to. Every breath that he takes is one that my daughter doesn't.
The funeral was really beautiful. And that was something that you told me over the phone. And you said that everybody wore pink. It was a bright occasion. Disney songs were sang. I think that you, and sharing obviously that you did her hair, I think that you, if anything, were very pleased that you gave her, you know, a final send-off that was very fitting for, like, as you said, a Viking princess. Can you walk us through just that day and how there was a lot of things and a lot of people that did a lot of things for you, I think, to make that day a little easier?
Yes. We used Hudson and Torres Family Funeral Home from Bridgeport, Texas, and they were very understanding. I didn't want people to feel sadder than they already felt. I wanted people to see Athrna for Athrna. I wanted them to know what Athrna loved. So Athrna's father and I and her stepmother picked out Disney songs, happy Disney songs that she would love, I have recordings of her just screaming. She wasn't the best singer in the world, but she definitely tried. Yeah. And Jay Hudson did a lot for us. He was a very, very kind man. The church was pink as could be. There was pink flowers. There was more stuffed animals. And there was Athrna. And she looked beautiful. She had a big JoJo Siwa bow on, very sequin and sparkly. And she had a beautiful felt pink dress on. And of course, her eternal bed, as Trey calls it, was just, it was beautiful. She looked very comfy, very warm. And I wanted people to see Athrna for as beautiful as she's always been.
A little girl who seemingly has no enemies.
I don't know one person in this world that's just never not loved Athrna. It's hard to not love a child in general, but it was extremely hard not to love Athrna.
You told me over the phone that the hardest part about that day was seeing her face for the last time.
I didn't realize how hard that would be. I guess I didn't think about it. I mean, I knew ultimately that would be the last time, but the actual reality of it, when it set in, it was rough. So I was the one who saw her face last, and I closed her casket before her daddy and her uncles and her grandfathers carried her out. And I held her hand and I kissed her. And I told her how sorry I was and how much I love her. And that was the last time I saw her.
The community has been incredibly helpful to you and your family. And a lot of people have came to know the name Athrna Strand. You know, how can you kind of tell people about that love, you know, that you've kind of witnessed over the last 2 weeks? Because it's not just been people locally, it's been people from all around the world.
It was very unexpected. And I'm more than grateful, but I don't think there are words to describe. There are no words to describe how grateful I am, and all of Athrna's family is. The outpour from law enforcement and other agencies that responded to her case, as well as the hundreds of, if not thousands of volunteers. And of course, the churches and Jay Hudson. I know I wouldn't have made it through without those people. I just wish that they would have actually got to, I'm sorry. I wish everybody that helped me find Athrna would have actually gotten to meet Athrna as Athrna, because everybody would have loved her so much more than they think that they already do. It was a privilege to know Athrna and to raise her and to be her mother. And I just want everyone to know that I am very grateful for everything that everyone's done. The love and the prayers are felt. And sorry. I keep thinking of her face.
The thing I want to ask last is, you want Athrna's name to be remembered. It's one of the reasons why you're doing this story with us, or at least sitting down with us and just talking with us about this. And we appreciate that. But even before sitting down, I remember the day after the conference, you know, where they talked to us about what had happened. You were on Facebook because people wanted to know about your daughter. People were eager to learn about your daughter, and you were not afraid to type away just a few little things that people could understand about her. I think that's a very admirable thing to do as a parent who's just been through a catastrophic moment, to not let people lose focus on the fact of who this person was that we lost. You know, can you just tell us what you want people to take away from all of this as a lawsuit comes out, as we learn more about the suspect, you know, as this story continues down this line and checks boxes off? What is the one thing you want us to remember?
That Athrna was a real little girl. She was very, very loved. And sorry. I want people to know not to take the time with their children for granted. Because I would do anything to go back to May 23rd of 2015 and relive every moment from that time forward. That's what I want people to know. I want people to know her. She's not just a name and she's not just a face. She was a real little girl and she was taken from me. And we need to do better to protect our children and expect better of other people.
How sad is that? How sad is that? Okay, let's go to this creep's YouTube channel. Hold on a minute. I gotta get it for you. Hold on. And I must say, people, you people weren't around back then. Of course, I was one of those people that have the information first. I was the first to put a bunch of shit out there, I'm telling you. I just want you guys to know that. It's not that I wanted to be the first. It's just I'm good at what I do. Look at this guy here. Look at this. Look at this nut. All right, so if he's going to do a cover of a song, let's listen. 21 Pilots. This is Tanner. He is being charged with capital murder of 7-year-old Athrna Strand.
By 21 Pilots, starting now on Amazon Music.
Oh, I know how to levitate up on my feet, and ever since the 7th grade, I learned to fire breathing. Though I feel things I felt, you can learn to levitate with just a little help. Learn to levitate with just a little help. Come down, come down. Cowards only come through when the hours late and everyone's asleep. Mind you, now show up, show up. I know I shouldn't say it's better, cause for me, it's all that I would need right now. Look, come down, come down. Cowards only come through when the hours late and everyone's asleep. Mind you.
Jesus Christ. You know, think about this, people. Look at his bed. He don't even have a sheet on it. Look at that. Look at this. Okay? Just think, this could be your Amazon driver, your FedEx, your UPS driver, and they're a killer. And you just never know. I'm just saying. Hold on. Let's find another video. Hold on a minute. Let's do this. Tanner's videos. Let's look at him do this right here. Okay, look at this guy. I remember when I showed this though before on my other channel, I got copywritten, but you know, whatever. Look at that monster. Look at that broom. Look at that broom, you guys. Look it. Look it. Look at him. He thinks he's a rock star. Look at that shit. Look at him. He thinks he's a rock star, you guys. He really does. Look at him. He's on something. Do you see how big his pupils are? They're like flying saucers. What is he on?
Don't know what you're expecting of me.
Okay. Oh my God. Let me come into the comments. Gotta give my ears a break. They're kind of hurting right now. Yeah, it's very sad. Oh jeez. Amber, you're funny. It's sad shit made me sad, but I'm already sad. I'm glad I don't both my Are you sure? Are you sure, Misty? I know, they're huge. He's on something. Oh, let's not talk about Alan now because, you know, we're being bullies over here. Flame can't do nothing. All Flames is a bully. He is a bully. I don't care. He sits there and says other people are bullies. No, you are the biggest bully, dude. You are. Okay? Number one, you picked on me. I'm the first one you picked on. Me. You called me an old lady to go up planting a garden. You've called me stupid. You've called me a bitch. You've called me a retard. What else have you called me? Yeah. You're the bully. Shut your mouth. Keep my name out of your mouth. And let's continue. Yeah, those damn commercials cause me to miss what you're saying. It's probably good. YouTube did that on purpose. And you better quit saying that R word too. YouTube don't like that. And I don't either because my auntie is special needs.
Every step that I take is another mistake to you. I become so numb, I can feel you.
Okay, that's enough of that. That guy's awesome shit, man. Let's see. So let's see, what's this one? All right, here we go. Oh. Okay, that's enough. That's too much. Wow. What did this guy say? Imagine him as a neighbor. Hearing this all day. Oh my God. So yeah, that's Tanner's YouTube channel. Okay. The little monster that he is. Big fat monster. Let's see. Okay. When did this happen? 2022? So just imagine. I'm looking at the time frames here. Let me get back to chat. Yeah, that was a little much. That was a little much. I know. We sound alike when I grow key. Oh my God. Hey, I don't know. Not just being holy. But yeah, so this is the trial that I'm covering this week right here. This little baby girl and this monster that's on the screen. Okay? Hold on a minute. Let me take this off the screen. Hold on. There. So yes, let's see, it's Central Time. I think the trial's starting at 9:30 in the morning Central. And so there's that. There's that. Oh yeah. I have jeez. I just every now and then there's cases that stay with you, right? I'm like, God, what's an update on this case? Actually, I knew about this update on Thursday or Friday. I knew the update then. But I didn't want to cover it when I was sad or whatever, right? But I thought, oh, I better cover it because it's, in case other people want to cover it tomorrow, the trial. But anyways, it's one of those cases where you go back and check, is there any updates? That's my point. And this is one of them for me. And let me tell you, there's people on YouTube, they caused that poor family so much more heartache of what the things that they were doing. It was horrible. It was horrible what some of these YouTubers do to families and accuse them of. It was horrible. It was horrible. Hey, Did you guys hear that there was another TMZ reported another ransom note? I'm planning a trivia game probably tomorrow evening or Thursday evening on YouTube. It'll be interactive. Kit will be with me. She doesn't know. You're funny. She don't know yet. But hey, there's that. There's that. Amber, you're so funny. You know I'm there. I know, ain't she a beautiful little girl? That's why I put the color so bright. I had to put his criminal face up there, but mind you, I'm making sure he's not looking at her, right? But this monster needs to pay. And he will. He will. Because Texas don't play when it comes to children. Actually, no state should. Okay? You do these kind of things to children, you should be locked up life, no matter what. And if you touch them, that should be automatic death penalty. Oh yeah, he's been in jail. Oh yeah. Yep. But I think that's all I wanted to cover on this case. Please hit the like. Tomorrow, Tanner Horner's trial starts for this precious baby girl, Athrna Strand. And I know I forgot the E in her name in my title. Oh my God. I mean, Flames is probably going to focus on that. Oh, look at, she can't spell. And you could just keep your mouth shut, dude. Just, can you shut it for once? And leave people alone? And keep my name out of your mouth. And then I'll do the same, like I did last time. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate every one of you. And I'll be back later. Love you.